Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sarabjit Kaur. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate world's highest railway arch bridge, Chinnaswamy Bridge, and India's first cable-stayed rail bridge, Anji Bridge, in Jammu and Kashmir today. Prime Minister to also flag off 2 Vande Bharat Express trains between Katra and Srinagar. Karnataka government suspends Bengaluru Police Commissioner and several other senior police officials in connection with Chinnaswamy Stampede. All-party delegation led by Congress MP Shashi Tharoor meets US Vice President J.D. Vance in Washington, D.C. RBI to announce its bi-monthly monetary policy review today, and world champion D. Gukesh beat YE of China in thrilling round 9 encounter of Norway chess tournament in Stavanger. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Jammu and Kashmir today and will lay the foundation stone, inaugurate and dedicate to the nation multiple development projects worth over 46,000 crore rupees at Katra. He will dedicate the 272-kilometer Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla rail link USBRL to the nation, built at a cost of 44,000 crore. The fully electrified USBRL includes 36 tunnels, 943 bridges, the world's highest railway arch bridge, Chinnaswamy Bridge, and India's first cable-stayed rail bridge, Anji Khad. The Prime Minister will also flag off 2 Vande Bharat Express trains between Sri Mata Vaishno Devi Katra and Srinagar, with regular services starting on Saturday. More details from our correspondent.
This rail link project establishes all-weather seamless rail connectivity between the Kashmir Valley and the rest of the country, aiming to transform regional mobility and driving socio-economic integration. These Vande Bharat trains to be introduced between Katra to Srinagar have been designed with special technical features to facilitate smooth travel in the challenging climate conditions of the Kashmir Valley. The Vande Bharat is equipped with silicon heating pads and heating plumbing pipeline, which prevents water from freezing even at temperature below 0 degree. With the introduction of this train service, the travel time between Katra to Srinagar will be significantly reduced by nearly 3 hours. Anand Kumar for Akashvani News, Katra.
Army has launched Operation Shiva in Jammu and Kashmir, a comprehensive security initiative to provide foolproof security to 38-day-long Amarnath Yatra, slated to commence on July 3rd. This annual pilgrimage draws thousands of devotees to the sacred Amarnath cave shrine in J&K, located at an altitude of 3,888 meters. Details from our correspondent.
In the light of recent security challenges, including the terror attack in Pahalgam on April 22, the Army, in coordination with Central Armed Police Forces, J&K Police and Shri Amarnath Ji Shrine Board, has deployed robust measures to ensure the safety of the pilgrims. The Operation Shiva involves our 42,000 security personnel stationed across strategic locations along the 2 primary yatra routes, Pahalgam and Baltal. The Amarnath Shrine Board has also introduced mandatory radio frequency identification RFID cards for pilgrims to enhance safety and tracking. This is N. Gulshan Rana for Akashvani News from Jammu.
India has undergone a decade of remarkable transformation driven by the principles of Seva, Sushasan and Garib Kalyan. Akashvani News brings you a special feature on the government's efforts over the last 11 years across key sectors. Today we focus on cultural heritage preservation, a key to reviving India's civilizational pride.
Over the past 11 years, India's cultural journey has flourished like a rangoli, colorful, rooted in tradition and open to the world. From the timeless temples of Hampi to the living traditions of classical music and dance, the government has given a new energy to both tangible and intangible heritage. The Ram Mandir in Ayodhya stands as a symbol of faith and national unity, fulfilling a historic aspiration. The Kashi Vishwanath Dham Corridor project in Varanasi has transformed the pilgrim experience by directly connecting the iconic Kashi Vishwanath temple with the Ganga river. In Ujjain, 2016, the Mahakal Lok project was launched to provide world-class amenities and spiritual ambience, enriching the pilgrim experience at the revered Mahakaleshwar temple. While in the Himalayas, the redevelopment of Kedarnath and Badrinath Dham has strengthened infrastructure and safety for pilgrims visiting these sacred shrines. The Swadesh Darshan scheme has further boosted travel infrastructure, with more than 5,000 crore rupees sanctioned for 76 projects across identified thematic circuits. Complementing these efforts, the Hriday Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana scheme has focused on developing 12 heritage cities. Together, these initiatives are preserving India's spiritual and cultural heritage while driving a surge in tourism across the country. Efforts extend beyond temples to include inclusive heritage development, restoring Sikh Gurudwaras, Buddhist Viharas, Jain temples, Sufi Dargah, and tribal sacred sites. India has also successfully repatriated over 350 idols and artifacts from abroad, restoring priceless heritage. Pilgrimage connectivity has been enhanced under the PM Gati Shakti and Bharatmala initiatives, with better road, ropeways, and rail links improving access to holy sites. This cultural renaissance is about preserving history, strengthening faith, and fostering unity for generations to come. Vishnu PS, Akashvani News, Delhi.
विकसित भारत का अमृतकाल, सेवा, सुशासन, गरीब कल्याण के 11 साल.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. Welcome back. You're listening to the Morning News. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has suspended Bengaluru Police Commissioner B. Dayanand and several other senior police officials in connection with the stampede outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium in the state capital that killed 11 people. He also ordered the arrest of representatives of the RCB team, event management firm DNA Entertainment, and Karnataka State Cricket Association. An FIR has been registered against them under various charges, including culpable homicide not amounting to murder. The Chief Minister also announced a one-man judicial probe headed by Justice Michael D. Kunha, a retired High Court judge of Karnataka, into the tragic incident. The Commission will submit its report within 30 days. The all-party delegation, led by Congress MP Dr. Shashi Tharoor, met US Vice President J.D. Vance in Washington, D.C. last night. They had comprehensive discussions covering a wide array of critical issues, from counter-terrorism efforts to enhancing technological cooperation. In a social media post, Mr. Tharoor termed the discussions as constructive and productive for strengthening India-US strategic partnership. The delegation also met prominent members of the Indian diaspora in the US and spoke about India's resolute and united stand against terrorism and the new normal created by India through Operation Sindoor. Dr. Tharoor also spoke with Ambassador Ken Juster at Council on Foreign Relations on India's fight against terrorism. He said there is no equivalence between terrorists and their victims.
There is no equivalence between terrorists and their victims. There is no equivalent between a country that provides safe haven to terrorism and a country that's a flourishing multi-party democracy that's trying to get on with its business. There is no equivalence between a state that is a status quo power that just wants to be left alone by its neighbors where the neighbors don't agree with us.
In Brussels, the all-party delegation led by BJP MP Ravi Shankar Prasad met President of the Chamber of Deputies of the Federal Parliament of Belgium, Peter de Roover. Talking to media, Mr. Prasad expressed gratitude to Mr. de Roover for expressing solidarity in the wake of Pahalgam terror attack.
सबसे मिलने के बाद एक निष्कर्ष लगा कि आतंकवाद की चिंता से वो भी परेशान है और हम ही सांसदों को सुनने के बाद उनको कई स्थिति स्पष्ट हुई है कि आतंकवाद दुनिया के लिए नासूर है और पाकिस्तान के जनरल उस देश को एक मिलिट्री टेररिस्ट नेक्सस से चलाते हैं। इन बातों को समझा जो मानवता के लिए खतरा है।
Reserve Bank of India will announce its bi-monthly monetary policy review today. Chaired by RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra, Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee began its 3-day meeting on Wednesday to decide on the repo rate cut. According to economists and industry experts, the central bank is likely to go for a third 25 basis point cut in the repo rate to 5.75%. A new SBI report has been projected a mega 50 basis point rate cut in today's policy review. The National Cadet Corps Mount Everest expedition team was warmly received at the DG NCC camp in New Delhi yesterday after successfully summiting the world's highest peak on the 18th of last month. The expedition team, with an average age of just 19, achieved a 100% summit success rate despite harsh weather and difficult terrain. The expedition team, comprising 5 boys and 5 girls, was flagged off by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on 3rd of April. Talking to Akashvani News, NCC cadet Kritika Sharma said the rigorous training that the team went through over the past 2 years helped the team realize this grand vision.
माउंट एवरेस्ट मेरे लिए क्लाइम नहीं जुनून था जो आज पूरा हो चुका है और हमारी ट्रेनिंग बहुत हार्ड हुई थी जिससे हमारे लिए माउंट एवरेस्ट ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं हुआ। हमारी ट्रेनिंग अच्छे से हुई थी और हाई एल्टीट्यूड में कैसे सरवाइव करना है ये सब सिखाया गया था।
Union Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan will be on a day-long visit to Uttarakhand today. He will participate in a Kisan Chopal organised in Paowala Sauda village of Dehradun district, where he will interact with farmers. Details on this from our Dehradun correspondent.
In this program, the Union Agriculture Minister will have a direct dialogue with farmers and will listen to their problems and suggestions. In the afternoon, the Union Agriculture Minister will participate in a program at the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration in Mussoorie. Thereafter, he will address the farmers under the Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan in Kharikend, Dehradun. It is noteworthy that under the Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan at Uttarakhand, agriculture scientists and officials are trying to engage with farmers in 95 development blocks, 670 Nyay Panchayat and over 11,000 villages across the state. Sakshi Singh, Akashvani News, Dehradun.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will host the foreign ministers of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyz Republic, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan for the 4th meeting of the India-Central Asia Dialogue in New Delhi today. The ministers will discuss further strengthening of relations between India and Central Asian countries, with particular focus on trade, connectivity, technology and development cooperation. In chess, D. Gukesh continues to etch his name into the history, securing his 4th classical victory at the 2025 Norway Chess Tournament. We have a report.
In a thrilling round 9 encounter, the youngest ever chess world champion defeated China's Wei Yi, climbing to a 14.5 points. With 9 rounds completed and just 1 more to go, a win for Gukesh in the final round could crown the young Indian prodigy with his first Norway chess title. In the women's section, Ukraine's Anna is at the top with 15.5 points and India's Koneru Humpy is second with 13.5 points. In Indonesia Open Badminton, Indian pair of Chirag Shetty and Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy will take on Malaysia in the men's double quarterfinals in Jakarta today. Moving on to French Open tennis, Sara Errani and Andrea Vavasori of Italy swept to a 1-0 victory over Americans Taylor Townsend and Evan King to claim the French Open mixed doubles crown in Paris, France yesterday. In women's single final, world number 2 Coco Gauff of America has entered the women's single final after beating Lou Bosson 2-0. In the men's single semi-final, Yannick Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic and Lorenzo Musetti will be in action today. Sanyukta Yadav, Akashvani News, Delhi.
And now for a look at today's newspapers. It's over to Shagun Chopra.
Thank you, Sarabjit. Most newspapers today open with the Bengaluru tragedy. CM suspends top cop, orders judicial probe, police took RCB, State Cricket Association, is the lead headline in the Indian Express. The stage being set for a monumental event in India's infrastructure history. PM to open world's tallest arch bridge in J&K, writes the Pioneer. With India pushing for the elimination of tariffs on labour-intensive goods, the Business Standard reports India to US dropped 10% universal tariff in trade deal. And finally, under the caption Geese at Ease, the Delhi Tribune carries a picture of flock of geese at Lodi Garden in New Delhi. And with that, it's back to you, Sarabjit.
Thank you, Shagun. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate world's highest railway arch bridge, Chenab Bridge, and India's first cable-stayed rail bridge, Anji Bridge in Jammu and Kashmir today. Prime Minister to also flag off 2 Vande Bharat Express trains between Katra and Srinagar. Karnataka government suspends Bengaluru Police Commissioner and several other senior police officials in connection with Chinnaswamy Stadium Stampede. All-party delegation led by Congress MP Shashi Tharoor meets US Vice President J.D. Vance lands in Washington, D.C. RBI to announce its bi-monthly monetary policy review today. And world champion D. Gukesh beat YE of China in thrilling round 9 encounter of Norway chess tournament in Stavanger. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.